Hello, my name is Kripesh Parmar. I'm studying Game Development Advanced Programming at Fanshawe, London, and this video is a demonstration of the Project 1 from the course Graphics 2. So the Project 1 is about off-screen textures and post-processing. Let's see this in action first. Alright, so here's our scene. I've created a little cyberpunk style city, or I should say a compound. Alright, let's start with all the post-processing effect we have here. So on the right you can see a camera screen type of effect. It's a night vision with some noise. So it's supposed to be a hotel's camera that's pointing this way. Then at the bottom you can see the map. It's like a ripply map. So it's a top-down view from a camera, and it has a ripple effect. And on the main screen, this viewport right here, this is also an off-screen texture which has a bloom effect applied to it right now. We can also apply the same night vision thing here, the ripple effect and a grayscale as well. If I turn off the bloom, the scene looks less fancy now. And with bloom it looks much more alive. Let's look at the depth of field now. So depth of field effect, it can be turned on by here and can adjust the focal distance. You can see this pillar is now focused and the open sign as well. And it looks really good. This would be my thumbnail. Okay, now let's look at the shaders. So I'm using 4 shaders here. So in the first pass, everything passes through this G buffer. Here we will calculate the reflection and refraction from the skybox. This will then be passed to a deferred shader. Here we'll do the lighting calculation. This is the vertex shader and here's the fragment shader. Here we'll do the lighting calculation. And then for bloom we would need HDR colors. So here we are gamma correcting all the colors first. Here's the HDR calculation. And we will calculate the bloom values here. So if the pixel is brighter than a certain threshold, then it will be count for the bloom calculation. And in the post-processing here, so this is the vertex shader and here is the fragment. So when we are using bloom, we will just blur the bloom image. Here's the blur function, and we will add it to our final color with an intensity. And for depth of field, if something is out of the focal distance, then we will blur it. It's the same function. And we have some night vision processing here, the ripple effect and grayscale. So all the post-processing stuff is in this post-processing shader. And here's the skybox shader. So this is the vertex shader and the fragment shader. It's just sampling the texture. In the editor loop, we can see first we will render everything using gbuffer in the using the gbuffer shader in the render buffer frame buffer. Then that will be passed through a full screen frame buffer using the deferred shader. And after that, the full screen buffer will be passed through a post-processing shader, and then we will have our final output. Let's see it one more time. Okay, so you can see the reflections are here. And the bloom effect, it's making everything more shiny, and the light fades out. You can control the bloom intensity here and the threshold as well. That is when something should bloom. So if we increase it too much, then very few things will bloom, but if you like decrease it to 0, then everything will be bloomed. Then depth of field effect is the same as bloom, it's just blurring something based on the distance. And the other 3 effects. We can control the exposure as well from here. Right now it's 0.1. We can make it really bright by increasing the exposure, or really dark. Now it's completely nighttime except for the bloomy thing. You can turn on that off as well. Now it's completely dark. Right, so that's the scene. Thank you so much for watching.